Hello, hello. Okay, we are at our last live Q&A for today. And holy cow, I'm so excited about this because we're going to be talking with Sheena, and Sheena is like our systems person. Like she's got it on lock. She's got it down. But she's also a little tired because somebody's expecting a baby very, very soon.
Oh, yeah.
But I am going to let Sheena introduce herself while I go ahead and pin us to the top.
Okay.
So, can you tell everybody who you are, what it is you do?
Hi, everybody. If we haven't met before, my name is Sheena Gilreath, and I am the founder of the Leverage Co., which was founded back in 2019. And the purpose of my company is to help real estate agents that are overwhelmed get structure and systems in their business so that they can scale quickly and efficiently. And since my time in operation, I've actually helped over 150 women get systems. And let me just say, I have a few men in there. They sprinkle themselves in there. But like my target audience, I know who I'm talking to and speaking to. So if the men want to come, y'all are welcome. But I have had the opportunity to help so many amazing women in the industry. And yeah, I'm here to help you guys for 2024 get some structure and release some of this burden of trying to do all the things.
I love it. Yes. And you have done so many. If you don't follow her, I want you to head over and I want you to follow both of her Instagrams. She has two different Instagrams. One is your name, right? Sheena Gilreath. And then the other is the Leverage Co. Follow them both. And then just do what I do because like I'm such like a little sneaky person. I like to like really look and see what she's working on because she's working on the coolest stuff when it comes to systems, like keeping things organized, making sure you've got everything figured out. Like, oh, I love it. It's like I'm a Virgo, and Virgos are notoriously like organized type of
I did
people.
not know you were a Virgo. No wonder we have
Oh.
this bond because my husband's a Virgo, my dad's a Virgo, my sister's Virgo. All these people in my life, like the major people in my life, are Virgos.
Virgo. So yes. Let me know if you are watching. What is your sign, and do you feel like it is true to who you are? Because I can definitely say a Virgo. I'm 100%. Like I am that Virgo.
Okay, and I'm a Sagittarius.
Do you
So
find that like it's true to who you are?
yeah, just a Sagittarius is known for wandering, and I've been in real estate for 23 years now and licensed in Tennessee, California, and Texas. So I've wandered all over the US to figure this all out.
Can we just talk about really quick? I'm sorry, this is so off the topic, but can we just talk about how you absolutely do not look like you have been in real estate for 20 plus years? Like, oh,
And look, today I didn't even really put on any makeup. I ain't got time for this right now.
I know it's totally random, but I'm like, oh my gosh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I got into real estate as soon as I graduated from high school. So I
Yeah.
graduated in 2000. So I went to real estate school in 2000.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm 40. I'll be 42 December 1st.
Listen, I'm telling you what, after 10 years, I think you just start getting like the real estate lines that come through. It's like a certain type of wrinkle that you get from being in real estate for so long. Oh my goodness.
Well, best believe this hair is totally like gray. It's like I have to color all the time because I promise y'all, like being a real estate agent, you can't even sleep. Like with them deals, would they be so heavy on your brain? You just my hair is like gray. So
but that actually goes into our next thing. That is why you are so set on systems, is to really help agents like not feel that overwhelm.
Exactly.
And will you tell us a little bit about your topic tomorrow? I know you guys haven't had a chance to check out her presentation yet, but can you let us know what you're going to be talking about? Because I have some questions around it.
Yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to be talking about the secrets to staying connected with your database. Y'all, like as I mentioned, I've been in this game for a very long time. And when we got in this business, we did not have these amazing tools that you all have access to. So literally, I used to be with my Rolodex, my BlackBerry, and the Yellow Pages. And I am here to tell you, you don't have to do none of that anymore. There's so much automation and so many things that, a CRM can do for you guys. And that's really what I'm going to be talking about is what are some of those tricks, some of those things that you can do to make sure that you stay connected. Especially right now, I know a lot of my clients have been going through a rough patch with business and just trying to stay connected. Because a lot of times, we do one deal and we're just like on to the next person. But, you'll find out that your relationships, the database, AKA data bank, is going to be the thing that feeds you in the long run in your business. If you could just stay connected with your past clients, because they'll refer you, they'll send you people, and they just want to stay connected and stay in your world. And if you could provide relationship with them, they're going to provide relationship with you as well.
Awesome. Yeah, and somebody had a lot of questions about data, like building a database, keeping a database organized, CRMs, all that stuff. If you're on here, this is the gal to ask. So feel free to ask her as we are chatting. But I want to start kind of at the beginning. And I want to ask, like, one of the biggest, and this was one of my, I want to say, like, I don't know if limiting beliefs is the right word, but this was a problem that I had when I very first started real estate. And my issue was that I didn't have anybody in my database. I was a new agent. And to me, I'm like, well, I have my husband. I had just moved to an area. I didn't have anybody. What is my first step if I don't have a database yet? What's my first step?
Yeah, the first step is you do have a database. You have friends, you have family, you have people that you've already supported in business. And so it's really just a matter of sitting down and just doing a brain dump of all of the people that you actually know. And so, the thing is with real estate, we have the opportunity to sell across borders, lines, states. We can sell in any place. So it doesn't matter if you're coming from a new city to and I think you come from California to South Carolina?
No, I came from up north down to South Carolina. Yeah.
Okay. So, you had friends and family, you had people there. And so for some people, you could just be a matchmaker, just making sure that you connect other people with really great real estate agents. So just sitting down and doing like your top 25, your top 50 people, and just writing and getting all of their contact information together. And then once you do have that information, picking up the phone and like calling them, because they're your friends and family, the conversation doesn't have to be scary or awkward or weird. You're just calling in just to see how they're doing and letting them know how you're doing and what you have going on, and asking if there's anything that you can help them with. And that's just the start. So once you have them in your database, then you have them set on some type of routine where you're being mindful of their birthdays and you're being mindful of their anniversaries and children's birthdays and things like that. It's really about nurturing and building those relationships. All at the same time, you're reminding them that you're in real estate and that you can help them with any of their real estate needs.
Yeah. And then, so I start out with my database. I'm like, okay, I sit down, I write down people that I know, but what you're saying is they don't have to be people that are in the city that I live in. They may be from my hometown, but really the goal here is just to tap into people that you feel that you can have a conversation with.
Yeah,
right?
because you never know who they know. For one. And so like I mentioned, I went from Tennessee to California, from California to Texas. Every single time I had to rebuild my business. And so, during that time, there was some really great technology that came out, aka LinkedIn, that was able to help me with building my business when I got to Texas. So before, that initial move from going, and mind you, I got into real estate at such a young age, at 20, I think by the time I was 23, I was like actively full-time real estate agent. Um, Before that, I was in property management, rentals, all that type of stuff before I actually got full-time real estate. So, at 23, who do you know? You know your mom's friends, your people that you've worked with, things like that. So it is a struggle being young and building a database, building your book of business, but it's very possible for you to do that. And it all starts with relationships and networking, just getting out there and putting yourself in the rooms, because like I said, you never know who you're going to meet, you never know who they know, and that person can connect you to a builder, a contractor, some type of vendor, somebody who could bring leads to you. So, and that's another thing, is like getting those relationships with lenders, having your database with preferred vendors, people that you like to work with. That way you can be an instant resource to somebody when they're like, oh, I need, somebody to a lawn person, or I need somebody to cut my trees, or I need a cleaning lady. And you just are so resourceful and you have those people in your pocket. People are always going to look to you as the go-to person.
Yeah. So I guess I'm thinking now about if you were to have more than say 25 people, let's just say you built up your database and you're looking at now like 100, 200 people on your list. What happens then? Because you're talking about reaching out on their anniversary and their kids' birthdays. I mean, how overwhelming is that? So clearly there has to be systems in place, right? To help automate some of these things.
Mm-hmm.
What are some tools that you could recommend that are easy for people to get started with?
So that's definitely going to be your CRM. Your CRM, you can put in those key dates, and then you can set up drip campaigns that's going to be a reminder, and that's automatically going to send those emails out. If you don't have a CRM and you're working old school, you have like a Google Drive, or I mean, not a Google Drive, a Google Sheets, or a numbers document, then it's going to be some more manual things that you would need to do. But you could definitely use like some type of email marketing software. A lot of people use MailChimp. I don't really recommend that, but Flowdesk is my favorite because it's so beautiful. But you can send out emails out that way, pre-schedule them. A lot of times real estate agents feel that they're so busy, and it's a lot of busy work that's not money-making activities. Marketing is definitely one of those activities that is considered money-making, because you are lead genning when you are marketing. So prioritizing your marketing, prioritizing sitting down and creating the email drips, those are going to be important to you when you have more time on your hands than you have money.
Yeah. And one of the things that I think a lot of people are afraid of is that when they start automating things, it starts sounding automated. So what is the balance that you have found between automating communication versus adding that personal touch? Like, how do you kind of, I don't know, balance the two?
I think for me, I have, some emails that go out for like happy birthday, but picking up the phone and just sending a text message still, because now I know that it's their birthday. I've seen it go out, like still being thoughtful enough to pick up the phone and send a text message. It goes a long way. Like, wow. So just kind of backdooring the automation with some more personalization. And just, like when you're writing, write in a more conversational tone versus in a very professional tone. That helps a lot as well.
Yeah. And y'all listen, if you use Chat GPT, which by the way, my presentation on Chat GPT and AI is up after this, please don't just copy and paste, because now they're starting to sound very AI-ish. So I like the idea of just making sure that you are keeping it a very personal tone for things like happy birthday does not need to sound professional. I'm sorry. I'm sending the
Right.
balloon emojis and I'm sending all the happy things. I am not sitting there like, dear so and so, I wanted to wish you a very happy birthday on this day. So let's make sure that, yeah, I love that. Just make sure that you're making it personal, and it doesn't always have to be buttoned up and professional. So I like that, especially in our business and our world. Relationships is really how we build our business. That's how you're going to continue to build your database. So I think that's a really, really good tip. Um, my next question, one of my final questions, is for those that have been in the industry for a really long time and have really grown a large database. Um, how do you, I guess, keep it healthy? How do you make sure that the people that are on it are people that you want on it? Like, do you have
Yeah.
systems for that? Is
Yeah.
that something
So
that
it's
you?
definitely audits. You're gonna have to audit, and you're gonna have to put that on your schedule to do that at least quarterly, minimum a year. Like, especially if your database is like in the thousands, because it can be extremely overwhelming, and then we get, what is that, paralysis by analysis,
Yeah.
where we don't want to do it. However, there's a couple of things that I do recommend is I have a questionnaire called Getting to Know You Better. That way, because sometimes we don't have that information, like their birthdays and their anniversaries and the things that they like and all of that good jazz. So I like to send out maybe in like a spring cleaning email. Hey, just spring cleaning my database, and if you could take a few moments to fill out this quick little questionnaire. I would love to send you a Starbucks gift card, but that way you incentivize them to fill out the questionnaire, and then you get that information back. With Zapier, you can get that information auto zapped into your CRM, which will put in the information. You can definitely have, oh, sorry, running out of breath. Different tags. That's not the right word I'm trying to use right now. Have zaps that bring over the information, but then also when you're doing your audit, you want to make sure that you can merge contacts, because sometimes you just have duplicates and you have some of the same information over and over again.
Yeah.
So just cleaning it up and making sure that you're keeping it fresh. And then, like you can also, when you're sending out emails, you can see, oh, this person hasn't been opening up my emails. And I wouldn't recommend getting rid of their contact completely, but you can label them as maybe unresponsive or something like that. And then maybe, like your holiday messages or something like that, that you keep them on that platform. I mean, you keep them on that segment, but you have removed them from the main emails that you're sending constantly because it's overwhelming their inbox and you don't want to be a pest.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I love that. Just for those of I love to recap the little things that I got. First of all, I love the spring cleaning idea. So if you have a database and you're overwhelmed, even if you don't have that big of a database, that's a great way to fill in those holes. So if you don't know their birthday, or you don't know, you don't have their email, but you just have their phone number or something like that, if you could text that out to them, it's a good way to fill in the holes in your database so that you have all of their information in one place. And then, so that is such a super smart idea. The other thing that you tapped into, which we're not going to dive into too much, but I think is really, really cool, and it's a cool feature when it comes to automating your database, that's using segments and tagging in your CRM so that you can talk to exactly who you need to talk to when you want to talk to them, because you don't always want to talk to your entire list. If I'm just talking to, let's just say I want to send something to buyers only or sellers only or past clients only, I can go through and I can have my tags and make sure that I'm only sending things to the people that is going to open and most likely to resonate with them. So, I have a list of entrepreneurs and I have a list of real estate agents. I would never send the stuff that is meant for my real estate agents specifically to business owners, because it's not going to resonate with them and my open rates are going to go down. So I think that's a really, really good tip, that if you have not already started to segment your database, maybe start looking into doing that too. So great
Yeah,
tip.
we're definitely going to be talking about that on my session tomorrow. So we're going to talk about auditing. We're going to talk about segmentation strategies. We're going to talk about marketing strategies, drip campaigns. We're going to talk about all of that stuff. I literally try. I like overgive all the time. Like, I feel like I have to like give you everything. So I'm going to try to give you as much as I can give you in 30 minutes tomorrow.
Yes. Yes. It's amazing. You're not going to want to miss it. That's awesome. Okay. Last question for you. If you were to give somebody one piece of advice when it comes to planning their business for 2024, something that they can implement, what would it be?
It would definitely be sit down and track your numbers. Like, now is the time. If you have not tracked your numbers all year, sit down and figure out how much money you made, where did this client come from? Was it through Instagram? Was it through Facebook? Was it through your networking, past clients? Figure out these things and look at what worked for your business and double down on that. So because a lot of people come to me and they're like, oh, I need an Instagram, strategy, or I need to be on Instagram more. But if you're not getting any business from Instagram, your business is from past clients, or your business is on Facebook, that's where you need to be. Like, focus on that and then add new things to it once you know your baseline, you know where your business is coming from. So sit down, write down all the clients that you've had this year. Were they buyers? Were they sellers? How much did you make? How much did you spend on marketing for them? Where did they come from? Like, just write down everything that you can remember, because it's better to try to remember it now than 2-3 years later.
Yeah.
And so that way you can start building a track record of what you've been doing in your business, and you can see like what's working and what's not working.
Love that. Super helpful. Lots of great tips for starting or maintaining your database. Make sure to check out Sheena's presentation tomorrow. Sheena, how can people find you online? I know we said it at the beginning, but if you could tell everybody again, that'd be great.
Sheena Gilreath. My name is right here. You can follow me on Instagram. Then you can click my link in bio and get some freebies and free training and all of that great stuff. So yeah,
Awesome.
Sheena Gilreath.
Amazing. All right, y'all. That is it. Get ready for your final session of today. Woo-hoo. And I will chat with you all later. Bye.